Students, now we studied about the continuation of measurement of high direct current voltages. Last lecture video we studied about the generating voltmeter. Now comes under the measurement of high direct current voltage continuation. The subtopic is measurement of DC and AC electric field. Second one is measurement of ripple voltage in DC systems. Okay, now we studied about the measurement of DC and AC electric field first. Okay. Measurement of DC and electric fields. This is the subtopic of measurement of high direct current voltages. The electric field exists in the near of very high voltage power lines, that is extra high voltage substations and other power apparatuses. At present, extra high voltage and ultra high voltage transmission system, that is UHV, with ratings of 750 kV AC and higher and plus or minus 500 kV and higher have become common only. The people throughout the world are more concerned about the electric field on account of their biological and ecological effects and possible shock hazards. Hence, the development of the electric field meters and the measurement of electric fields have become essential. Okay. Now, we studied about the DC electric field strength meters. This is the device which is used to measure the high direct current voltages. The principle is electric field principle only. Okay. So, the electric field strength which is represented by capital E can be measured by using, first one is variable capacitor probe or generating voltmeter. Already the previous lecture video we studied about the generating voltmeter. This lecture video we studied about the capacitor probe. Second one is vibrating plate capacitor. Okay. These devices determine the electric field intensity E by measuring either the induced charges or induced currents sensed by the electrodes. The first one is variable capacitor field meter. If a metallic electrode is kept in an electric field E, the total charge induced on its surface capital A, which is given by the equation, the total charge Q equal to, that is the induced total charge Q is equal to epsilon AE, that is equal to epsilon integral E dA. Okay. Where epsilon is the permittivity. Okay. A is the surface. E is the electric field. Q is the total charge induced. Okay. If the area of sensing electrode varies and the variation of the area of the sensing electrode is periodic, then the current flowing through the measuring electrode to the ground is I equal to dq by dt, that is equal to 1 divided by t integral dq by dt into dt, that is equal to q maximum minus q minimum divided by t. Hence, the average value of the electric field E is q maximum divided by q minimum divided by epsilon at, that is equal to q maximum epsilon naught at, because the q minimum equal to 0. Finally, the E equal to I divided by epsilon naught into A. Epsilon naught is the absolute permittivity. Hence, the electric field is proportional to the current I. From the equation, E is equal to I divided by epsilon naught A. So, therefore, the electric field E is directly proportional to current I, inversely proportional to epsilon naught and surface A. So, the arrangement of electrodes is shown in the figure. The sensing electrode, which is in the form of circular disc, is divided into sectors and shielded by the rotating shudder, which rotates at an angular velocity omega. Now you see the circuit diagram. This is the figure 1A represents the variable capacity DC field meter. Okay, this is the rotating shudder. Okay, the angular velocity below that motor. This is the sensing electrodes. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram. Now we studied about the theory portion. I already told you the sensing electrode, that means what, in the form of circular disc only, is divided into sector and shielded by a rotating shudder which rotates at an angular velocity omega. The again subdivision of DC and AC electric field meter. The second one is vibrating plate field meter only. So this is represented in 1B. This meter consists of fixed phase plate with an aperture. A vibrating plate or electrode is located below the phase plate and is made to accelerate at a fixed rate by a driver motor. Due to the vibrating motion of the driver plate, a variable voltage K between the two plates, the phase plate and the vibrating plate, is generated. This is essentially a variable capacitor and the electric field E is proportional to the voltage generated, that is capital V. This instrument is calibrated. Okay. So the figure B. So the figure A is nothing but the variable capacity DC field meter. This is the one of the type of AC DC electric field meter. The second type is vibrating plate field meter. In this case you see electric field E in the figure, vibrating plate, that is also marked in the figure, mechanical modulator, that is a driver, and then this is the VFB and then V delta. So this is the phase plate with aperture. Okay. Now AC field strength meter. So the capacitor probe. The AC field strength meter is the subtopic of what? AC DC electric field meter. The AC field strength meter, the subtopic is the capacitor probe. The charge Q induced on the surface of the capacitor in an electric field E for a spherical electrode is given by Q is equal to 3 pi A squared epsilon naught E, that is equal to K into epsilon naught E only, where K is equal to 3 pi A squared. The surface change density over a hemisphere in given by 3 pi A squared epsilon naught E cos theta, and integrating over the surface area gives the above value only. If the electric field is AC and given by E sin omega t, the current through the capacitor probe is given by the equation I is equal to dq by dt. So the Q is equal to K into epsilon E. So therefore K epsilon E dt. So therefore K omega epsilon naught E cos omega t. This is the equation to find the current through the capacitor probe. Then how can calculate the charge flowing through the capacitor probe? Q is equal to 3 pi A squared epsilon naught E, and that is equal to K into epsilon naught E, where K is the 3 pi A squared. Okay, then the RMS value of the current is proportional to the electric field E. Depending on the type of the probe electrode used, the value of K is determined and is included. The current is usually measured through the rectifier meter. This meter can be used over a wide range of frequency but must be recalibrated for that of the frequency. The accuracy of the meter is about 0.5%. It depends on the harmonic content atmosphere conditions like temperature, humidity, etc., and the position or location of the meter in electric field. The figures 1C represents the types of electrodes for the electric field capacitor probe, spherical type and then plate type. Two design is there. This is just the type of electrodes for electric field probe. Okay. Then measurement of ripple voltage in DC system. This is the subtopic of measurement of high direct current voltages. The DC rectifier circuits contain ripple which should be kept low, that is much less than the 3%. The ripple voltages are AC voltages of non-sinusoidal nature, such as acceleroskopic measurement of these voltages is desirable, that is CRO measurement. If a resistance potential divider is used along with the oscilloscope, that is CRO, the measurement of small values of the ripple, that is del V, will be inaccurate, that is the ripple voltage del V. A simple method of measuring the ripple voltage is to use a capacitance resistance circuit. By using capacitance resistance, that is RC circuit, we can easily find the or measure the ripple voltage, and measure the varying component of the AC voltage by blocking the DC component. If V1 is the DC source voltage with the ripple, which is shown in the figure 2a, and V2 is the voltage across the measuring resistance R, with C acting as the blocking capacitor, then V2 of t equal to V1 of t minus VDC, that is equal to ripple voltage. Okay, V2 of t, V1 of t, that is the time domain parameters. Okay. So, the condition should be satisfied here is omega CR much greater than the 1. Okay. So, the ripple voltage is found by using the formula V2 of t is equal to V1 of t minus VDC. Then, the detailed circuit arrangement used for this purpose is shown in the figure 2b. The capacitance C is rated for a peak voltage. It is important that the switch S is to be closed when the CRO is connected to the source. Therefore, the CRO input terminal does not receive any high voltage signal while the seeing B is charged. Okay, so the important key point. Further, the capacitance C should be larger than the capacitance of the cable and the input capacitance of the CRO taken together. Okay. This is the circuit arrangement for the measurement of ripple voltage by using a CRO. So the V1 is the voltage, C is the capacitance, R is the resistance, then is the figure A, is the basic circuit. The second one is the with the CRO, how to measure the ripple voltage. So DC source, load, capacitance C, and the switch S, and then RD resistance. Okay. So students, in this lecture video we clearly understood the measurement of high direct current voltage by using measurement of AC/DC electric field meter and measurement of AC meter, that is capacitance probe. Thank you students for watching this video.